So, greetings and salutations. What do you call it? This is just going to be a short one here. This is going to be a another update on my debate call for to debate somebody who's actually performed any kind of experimentation. Hey, what's up, Red?
What do
And
you want? I'm pooping.
yeah, well, it's a perfect time to bring some shit up. Let's see. Um, so far, now, Red, you probably don't know this because you don't follow anybody but yourself. Um,
Honestly, the only thing I'm following right now is this turtle head poking out. But besides that, what's up?
The Interestingly enough, the debate call that I put out asking for people to apply to debate who have actually performed analysis or experimentation. Yes, the word analysis is in the video. Um, I still only have one person who has actually come to debate. Only one.
Huh?
Now, surprisingly enough, that there's one at all. But I have one, and it's still bipolar flat Earth. The guy's name is Nathan, and he doesn't even want to come alone. He wants to bring a guy named Wendell, and which is fine. And I accept the idea that I'm going to be debating two against one. So Halusia, and so. But it seems like now Wendell wants an entire list of all the work I've done.
What?
He wants a list of all the work I've done.
He knows you got a channel, right?
Yes.
And
So
doesn't
there's
he
all the
know
work you done.
that it? He also knows that in a debate, you don't show your hand before the debate even happens.
Yeah, most times not, but I mean, none of my stuff's secret, and yes, about everything that I'm going to be showing is stuff that I have on my channel. Analysis is that I performed, actual experimentation that I've done, things that I've shown, and all this. Not just a simple because Jaren told me so.
Oh, the
And
ultimate get out of jail free card because Jared said so, so therefore it must be true.
yeah, that's about it. No, but his exact words is regarding your own body of work. I am holding you to the same standards that you set out for the debate. The list the videos showing the observations you personally have done, whether that be curve, that be temperature of the moon, or whatever. Not the analysis of someone's work, he says. Let's see. Rather than reviewing every video on your channel, can you give me a list, or if it's embedded in a lengthy hangout, a timestamp to look at? Well, check it out, Wendell. While I thoroughly appreciate the fact that you were the only person who gave up Salton Sea footage, even though I still found it to be incomplete because none of the tests were actually filmed. Um, the Even though there was two other P900s out there, and uh, the one girl who had the one P900, she said that she's going to release it sometime when she's ready.
Which is
And
never.
Yeah, which by the way was not Lucy Lemons. That was a screw up. Lucy Lemons was actually the girl who was actually filming everybody. That's why Nathan had that comment that she was busy with her cell phone the whole time because she was. It was the wrong person. What do you call it? By name. And the other person was another guy named, I think it was, wasn't it Joshua or something like that, who brought his dad's P900 out there to use as a telescope, but really didn't know how to work it. Yet apparently at one point there, everybody was excited trying to go find him because he could see something, and yet nobody filmed it. But what do you call it?
Go figure.
But they did go out two more times and all this, and what do you call it? One test that they did is a laser, and another test they did was a balloon up on a string, and all this other stuff. And oh yeah, and by the way, Wendell, you might want to check your boys there because both of them lied about the second time y'all went out because of the fact that what do you call it? Both Nathan said, and also what's his name? Jeranism said, the guy who was too cheap to drive all the way down there, but drove all the way up to Canada just so he can get paid. What do you call it? The he clearly stated that the weather was too bad and visibility sucked. and yet the young lady and the young blonde lady, and also bits and pieces of footage that I've seen from that second round says a little bit different. So you guys actually could see
Yeah.
on that day.
Yeah.
So
And I'll just like to say, just to butt in, not a fisheye.
Yeah, but no, that's not the picture he was talking about, though. He was talking about the other one. Shit.
Are they
He was talking about the.
Before I mute my mic so I can wipe, let me ask: are they willing to make this a 2-on-2 debate? Wink, wink, hint, hint.
Nope. Well, I haven't asked them that. I can't answer for them on that. However, I have accepted that Nathan can't do this alone.
Well, of course he can. He's a fucking bitch. I mean, let's face facts. He is one of the biggest bitch maids on the fucking internet. I'm talking, if you want the very definition of bitch maid, a guy who cannot leave his echo chamber to save his fucking life, then it is Nathan.
Wrong Nathan. Wrong Nathan.
Are you sure about that?
Yeah, 100% sure.
You're thinking of Jokley.
You're thinking of fuckwad who seems it's funny to mock slapping his child. No, not that Nathan.
Are we talking about the Nathan that thinks it's cool to harass people in the Starbucks?
Yes.
Oh, so
really?
Mr. Fuckface, I can bounce a ping pong ball on the edge of a sledgehammer and think that somehow proves anything.
Yep.
You know what? Fuck that guy still.
You can bounce a ping pong ball on a sledgehammer?
Yes.
Yeah, because we're moving 1,000 miles an hour at the equator, so he thinks that you can't bounce a ping pong ball off a sledgehammer.
I can pour a coffee in a moving car. What's your point?
I've seen people pour pops and coffees in an airplane going 500 plus miles an hour. What's your point?
Oh, but they weren't holding on for their lives?
No, not at all.
Really? It's almost as if, inertia is a thing.
Now, Red, you could probably remember way back when the whole faster than the speed of sound thing was going on, and we were like, yeah, well, I guess the people on the Concorde never got anything to eat because they're just like, I'd like some peanuts, but nobody could hear them because they were moving faster than the speed of sound.
Oh, so that's how it worked. You know what? I was always wondering why the Concorde failed, and you know what? That would not be a good selling point right there.
Bad food service because the people, the stewardesses and stuff like that can't hear you.
Exactly. So if you guys excuse me, I'm now going to mute so I can wipe.
So Sly, back to the whole fisheye thing. So you're saying that they only picked one picture out of the ones that we demonstrated?
Well, no. He brought up in the last debate update. You had brought in that nice blue picture, the nice daytime picture. And what do you call it? And Wendell's actual words here were, he started out his thread with, "Wow, if your proof of the curve is," and then it's that, it's going to be an easy debate. That's what he said. And then he went on to discuss all the reasons why he thought it was, just shit. So.
I didn't want to use it. I just want to make sure that I was making sure it copied just the one window instead of both.
Yeah. What's up, Jared?
So we'll see we'll go ahead and give him this little gift.
Wait, you're handing out gifts?
Yes, I'm handing out a gift.
No, Red's handing out your gift. You need to go private with him real quick.
Oh, god damn it.
So we're gonna hand out a real quick gift real quick. Same methodology. Only this one the horizon is below center of frame.
Mm-hmm.
Oh
wait, I'm sorry. I'm not presenting you. Hold on.
So we're giving Wendell a gift real quick.
Present to everyone.
Curvature, Bubba. Have fun with that. Below center of frame, not a fisheye. Thank you.
I did the same thing that was above center of frame, not a fisheye.
No, but he had this whole thing about the edges of the lens distort and all this other bullshit, and while that would be a thing if we were talking about such a lens or if we were talking about such a photograph, that's not what we're looking at. And Wendell, to add to the list of the things that you're probably making about all my work, and by the way, I did tell you as a response that if your entire purpose of debate is just to come with the stuff that I've done and find some way to nuh-uh it, that's not proving your side. Okay, that's just trying to say that I'm wrong. I hope you can define the difference between the two. But no, I think I have 3 videos. I lost count on that. 3 videos about barrel distortion and GoPro effects and all this other shit. Yeah, I've already been down that road, man. And if you want to go down that road, man, I could show you that too. So I just wanted to make sure that I pointed out that you should be concentrating on bringing the stuff that proves your side of the discussion, not attempt to disprove mine. You could do that in the rebuttal, but you need not be concentrating on that as far as bringing your proof. Okay.
Well, isn't that the purpose of the rebuttal phase of a formal debate?
Exactly. The rebuttal phase is obviously to say, okay, this is the stuff that you brought, and this is why it doesn't work. Now you could do that, but in the presentation phase, you need to be concentrating on what you got. And as I told Nathan of Bipolar Flat Earth, I have to say the long version there so Red doesn't get confused again. I told him, he said, I told him, I hope this isn't the only thing you're bringing, because it's going to be a pretty short debate if it is. And he was like, well, what else should I bring? And, I mean, as in, almost like, what else do I got? Let me point something out to you, Nathan and Wendell. You need to be, you can't just bring one experiment and say, I mean, one experiment does not a theory make. You can't become a flat earther because of one experiment, even though you went out there as a flat earther before the experiment. So something else to that kicked that off. Okay, some observation. I walked into this whole thing as a skeptic, because I was like, and I remember sitting up on the roof of my house saying, man, what if I am wrong about all this shit, right? On the very first day of this. Okay, and then I sat there and I modeled everything out, and obviously nothing about flat earth made sense in my very first video. And so it just came down to, okay, so let's see what else they got, because nothing about it works. And so what I need is, so from then on, I was obviously not going to be a flat earther, because of the fact that I can test, model, and prove and analyze observations and also measurements and things of that nature. I can model it out. Okay, Sean likes to call me the model guy now. But the truth is, I've modeled out every single thing that somebody's brought me. Every single thing. And none of it measures up to flat earth. None of it. Not one single bit of it. In fact, 90% of the stuff that people bring is perfect, if not damn close to exactly what it is that we're expecting to see on the globe. Period. So, it's just, I don't know. So to come into this saying that, Salton Sea like kind of made you a flat earther, you went out there as a flat earther. And so what made you a flat earther before that, other than the word Globebusters? So, but please take warning, he's an idiot. Yeah, well, you know what? I'm not that worried about an idiot, because an idiot makes my point for me. I mean, if you come to the debate like a dumbass, like hey Red, like that one dude out, I guess he was out in California, who was spouting all these experiments, but didn't know what any of them were what the tools that were used in any of them.
Yeah, I figure, right? It's almost as if these dipshits don't know what they're doing.
Right. They make it so easy. I mean, they really do. And
listen, Sly, without any losers, there wouldn't be any winners.
Well, this is true. If everybody was a millionaire, who would deliver the pizza?
Exactly.
But what do you call it? But nevertheless, I just wanted to point out that there seems to be no flat earthers out there who have actually performed experimentation, concluding flat Earth, who have done their work honestly. D Marble, the or Jaren or Fe Core or
Let me see
any.
who this dude is.
What's that?
Let me see who this dude is.
Who? What
Warning-
dude?
Warning good people.
Hey, he's some jackass that doesn't know what he talks about, but he said in the live chat, "I can talk to Red too." Yeah, sure, you can on my next hangout, which will be tomorrow. Yeah, you're more than welcome to show up, but you will be embarrassed live on air, just so you are aware that that's going to happen. So just be sure to show up tomorrow, and yeah, I'll go ahead and send you the link.
Is that this warning good people guy?
Yes.
Yep.
Okay, it says, have me on, see if I'm an idiot. Well, this is where I go first. Okay.
I'm looking into his channel right now, and I only see 2 videos related to curvature or flatness of the Earth, and it's called "Examining the Earth Curvature Experiment" Part 1 and Part 2. One is a 9-minute 44-second video. The second part is 51 minutes.
Examining the Earth curve experiment. Which experiment is he examining?
I have no idea.
Hold on. This is. Oh, man. Really? The infrared stuff? Let me tell you something there, warning good people. First of all, there's nothing you're going to see in infrared in this particular setup that you're not going to see with the visible eye. Okay. Or with normal visible spectrum. There's nothing you're going to see there. Okay, now does this one go into the airplane footage as well?
I'm looking at Part 2 now.
Okay, and let me also tell you something about infrared. Infrared is still light. Okay, which means it's subject to any and all things that the normal visual spectrum is subject to, whether it just be, basic distortions, refraction, reflection, all of that. Okay, you can't get away with that just by moving to a different spectrum of light. So, if your whole thing is here to analyze that, sorry, sorry to burst your bubble, man, but there's nothing there for you. Let's see here. Yeah, no, they don't. They don't, Cypher. They don't. They don't understand that it actually is kind of important to model something. Model is actually a result. Model is not a thing that you start with, but it's a thing that you end up with. And because there's nothing that you can end up with all the claims of flat earthers, that should tell you a lot of things. Hey, thanks, Flat Out.
Well, this is why I titled the debate what I did when I had my debate with Jaren. Flat Earth or round Earth, which model best comports with reality? Basically, right. This is why Jaren had to change his story to, oh, I don't have a model. Oh, I was just trolling. It was never serious to begin with, right? Even though he agreed to present something like that to Sean Hufford and myself live in a hangout.
Yeah, because nothing proves your point better than trolling.
Yeah, of course. And of course, people are still going to believe that Jaren shit doesn't stink, even though he got his ass royally handed to him. And by the way, guys, I will be doing the exact same thing to Southern Israelites. So that pseudo-intellectual is about to see what a real intellectual looks like, especially when smashing his face in with facts. It's like, oh, I can quote what Newton said, however many years ago. No one gives a shit. Yeah. Look at the evidence I'm bringing forward.
To address Sean Hawkins, I am not aware of any laws against the removal of an IR filter. I just know that they're supposed to be manufactured with them. It's an industry standard because of regulation now. But I don't know. I know of no laws that says you can't take the IR filter out of a camera.
Yeah, most times it's just a cute little plastic block right behind the lens.
Right. It's just
Yeah.
off the store shelf. They have to have one in there.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, in America, because there was a slew of let's look through these people's clothing videos with
Oh yeah.
cameras that were made without an IR filter.
Yeah, that is kind of a cool trick though.
Yeah, so the government stepped in and says, hey, okay, all camera manufacturers have to ship them with an IR filter in them, but as far as I'm aware, there are no laws against their removal after
Actually,
they're bought.
the funny part is though, is your cell phone still has it removed because there's not enough room for it.
It's just a sheet of plastic, dude.
Yeah, I know, but I mean, there's not enough room for it. Warning, good people. No. Easy enough. Okay. If you're gonna repost somebody's stuff, that is as ignorant as the infrared stuff, thanks, flat out.
Nice job. Warning, good people. I will invite you onto my channel, but underneath one condition. You have to actually address the evidence that we bring forward, and not only that, you also have to either demonstrate that an equatorial mount works on a flat Earth somehow, or you have to admit that it doesn't work on a flat Earth.
Oh,
if you're willing to do those two things, welcome aboard.
And possibly to stop everybody from asking me, I'm going to officially announce for everybody to hear that with regards to Flat Out, I'm terrified of debating him. I am shaking in my boots, and so therefore I couldn't possibly bring myself to debate him.
I think it would be hilarious.
Yeah, I do too. But at the same time, let's just
hear the words he comes up with.
Yeah, I just like to get it on the record. I am terrified at debating a guy with a vacuum pump sucking on his nuts.
Well, there's your mistake. It's not his nuts. That vacuum pump leads to his echo chamber, and that's why he says it smells like shit.
So all of you who keep on harassing me about you need to debate Flat Out, I'm gonna have to officially decline.
Wow. I did not know this.
What's that?
What?
That someone decided to vacuum something.
Dude, seriously, watch Flat Out's videos. He is absolutely hilarious. He's brilliant, I tell you.
My comment section got blown up with all this stuff about Flat Out, and I actually had to turn around and go look at his stuff. And I kept on telling people, I was like, look, y'all, I'm not going to debate him.
If I am warning good people, Fred's rhetoric, if I can speak to you in this hangout, then I can determine if I want to come on your it's my fucking hangout. Of course I'm going to be there, douchebag. But you just have to agree to do two things. Actually address my evidence, and two, either confirm or deny that an equatorial mount will work on a flat Earth. That's it.
Red,
that's all I have to do. Two things.
Red, just read the Hangouts app. For fuck's sake.
I have to actually do work now. All right, fine. I'm gonna hop off the phone and hop on the actual Hangout, which would be on the computer.
Was another conversation I'm not.
Well, you guys are talking about Flat Out, and there you go.
No, he's talking to this other dude, this warning good people dude.
Well, no, everybody's asking you to debate Flat Out, and I just.
Oh yeah, no, I know that. I know that part. But at first I didn't, and I was like, okay, who the fuck is this guy? I mean, honestly, I had never seen his stuff, but then it became clear. But anyway, like I said,
what's up, you cunts?
The long-haired guy Nathan from Bipolar Flat Earth has accepted my challenge. And he has, I mean, it's obvious he has been involved in experimentation to attempt to prove the flat Earth.
Good luck with that.
He's got some really interesting stuff.
Bullshit stuff.
It was all surrounding one experiment performed 3 different times.
The wrong way.
Yeah. But what do you call it? But nevertheless, but he has requested, and I have accepted, that he not come alone, but also come with Wendell. What the hell is his name again?
Because I can take 2 of you bitches on at the same time.
Pretty much. Wendell Walton, who was nice enough to provide footage, at least at the first one, of good stuff, but absolutely nothing about the tests themselves. And he's trying to say that he wants to hold me to my standards, that I should provide him a list of all of my proof.
Is that really what you asked? You asked people to give you a list of all the shit they did, or
Actually, no. If memory serves, you asked for people who have done experimentation of their own, and then you would debate pretty much anything. You just wanted people who actually went out and did something productive instead of being an armchair warrior, correct?
Exactly. I don't want some blank channel to come up to me and say, I'll debate you, blah blah blah, and then just do a Spurkismo on us and just nuh-uh everything when it's done. And what do you call it? And I mean, I want somebody who's out there actually gone and done the work. Whether it's analysis of stuff, whether it's actual physical experimentation, whether it's measurements that you say don't add up or whatever and shit like that. But they can't add up to it's not a globe. It has to add up to flat Earth, according to the presenter.
Let me clarify this for people who are watching. Sly asked for people who have actually gone out and made observations or have done analysis of observations. He doesn't want somebody he doesn't care if the analysis is incorrect or correct. He just wants people who have actually done some legwork.
Yeah.
Sly, I do have to remind you of something.
What's that?
Whenever Skidmark shows up, just remember, he's there to teach, not explain.
Yeah. No, but I mean, ultimately, like I said, I have watched Red and Sean just utterly destroy blank channels, and I mean, that's got its value because it's airing out the claims and stuff like that, and they keep coming back, and all this, but I'm not interested in the discussion so much as I want somebody who actually analyzes shit. I don't want somebody to say, well, because, why haven't we been back to the moon? Earth's flat. And it's like, really? If you want to go down that road, then, bring your discussion to me. I want to see what it is that you have.
I want to see their evidence for flat Earth. I don't want to see their evidence for a double standard.
Exactly.
When people made an assertion that, for example, horizon always rises to eye level no matter your altitude, we the globe earthers actually went out there and tested this claim. We concluded that it's bullshit. Yep. Do something like that, but prove the opposite. Like, oh, I don't know, Awake Souls was supposed to do 4 fucking weeks ago.
Yep, still waiting on that drone footage there, Bubba.
Still waiting.
And what his response was he went into SketchUp, and yeah, that's not the drone footage that you had on your drone, you had in the editor, and you were currently filming a month ago.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, you mean SketchUp with the Infinite Horizon on SketchUp?
Yep.
Fucking boner.
Exactly.
No, actually,
you see what I mean?
That's an insult to boners. Limp noodle.
Yeah, you see what I mean? I don't want that shit. I don't want SketchUps. I want footage. I want measurements. I want observations.
Let me check some weather in my area today, because I'm going to do something to piss off all of the fisheye people.
Warning
goes 16.
hold on a second. Message to warning good people. Stop asking me for the link. You're not going to get it. Okay? Easy enough? Stop
Warning
asking for
good,
the link.
warning good people. You can come on my channel so long as you promise to do those two things.
Yeah. Reds has got his door halfway open for you.
You just got to do those two things. Actually, address our pieces of evidence, and confirm or deny that an equatorial mound works on a flat Earth.
Hold on a second. Now, one thing he did say a second ago, and I'm going to address that. He said a second ago that I didn't watch what was actually. Oops, I'm on the wrong guy. What do you call it? He said that I didn't look at what was on his channel about that um, infrared analysis. Now, hold on one second.
Hang on,
Today,
Sly,
yeah, very good.
can I say
Oh,
one
I'm sorry.
thing?
When it starts with Bible time. Yeah. Sorry. Go ahead, man.
Okay, so it says I got 3 comments I need to read out, so let me just get through these. Warning good people, Red, I told you I will come on this hangout and then determine if you have gained any respect back. You lost it when you let your mods time me out. And then just below that, I doubt Red cares about your respect at Warning Good People. So I lost respect from him by letting my mods time him out. I wonder if I will lose his respect if I time out my goddamn self. Oops.
Oh, shit.
Jesus.
Gee, I wonder what that does about in regards to his goddamn fucking respect. Look how much I'm actually caring.
Why you gotta be a dick mod on mine, man?
You invited me. You knew what you were getting yourself into.
Hold on a second here. Stunning. This is all I need to know. I'm sorry. Here. Stunning long-range imaging over 100 miles in infrared reveals the amazing flat Earth reality.
I may be able to put up a drone tonight.
But it says thanks to. Isn't this Tim Osman?
I'll be putting up a drone tomorrow because weather's actually looking somewhat decent.
Sunrise or sunset?
I'm going to be doing a sunset.
Just make sure you're not spying on anyone.
Oh, of course.
31% chance for rain at 9. 31% chance at 8. But winds are looking good. So we'll see what the horizon looks like at sunset real quick tonight. And I might be putting a drone up. Basically, the Mavic Pro debunking the fisheye claimers.
Well, you're not going to bring out the big gun, man? What's up?
Well, I can't use the big gun for curvature of the horizon because it actually does have a fisheye. I can't use the Walkera for that observation.
Oh, okay. Cool.
Because when I'm all the way zoomed out, it does have barrel distortion. When I zoom in, it doesn't because of the way that the focusing lens moves.
Right.
It's just when I'm all the way zoomed out, it does have fisheye.
That's why it's good to be a Sean Hufford, because you have options.
Fuck
Yeah, so
you.
so it will be the Mavic, which has no barrel distortion.
No, it actually doesn't. Let's see. Oh, man. No, but ultimately, again, it looks like it's going to be me and bipolar flat Earth Nathan. Not Nathan dick sucking prick. And so that looks like what this is going to be. Now I am going to tentatively say that I'm going to try to have it for the 2nd of September. That is Sunday in a week. And so if I can get that, now I'll be talking with Steve McRae about that because he already gave me permission to say that I'm going to hold this on a non sequitur. I just got to nail down the time with him. And what do you call it? But that's tentatively what I'm looking for, and that's going to be on the 2nd. And Red, I know you got about 12. Are you fucking serious? This dude's calling me.
Huh?
This what?
Warning good people is calling me.
Oh, for fuck's sake, just decline the call.
Jesus Christ.
Hold on a second.
You're on a hangout.
Yeah, I know. You know, where's your fucking discretion, dude? Delete.
Deleted.
Actually, no, I'm not gonna delete it. I'm just gonna let it sit there. But just to show you guys, yeah, he fucking he just fucking tried to call me and all this. I'm sorry, man. If you have your own experimentation, then enter yourself up for a debate. If not, I don't give a shit. Okay, and by the way, just to show you right here, he was just trying to call me.
Wow, what a cuck.
So the I don't get what this dude's deal is, but I'm sorry. What do you call it? If you came to me to argue the Bible, you're coming the wrong place, dude. That's kind of not my thing, man. Now, I'm not here to say that I'm scared of the Bible. I find no merit in it in this discussion. Now, we can argue about the creation of the earth, just like we can argue about the legitimacy of the Big Bang Theory. Both of them are theories. Neither one of them can be solidly proven because none of us will be able to go back in time to find out which one occurred. So, at that sense, just from a realist point of view, I'm not even going to have that discussion.
Yeah, my goal was and never will be to ever prove that my position is quote unquote the truth. Just that my position is the more reasonable one to hold.
I always just argue that my position is just the facts that I provide.
Mm-hmm.
That's all I ever follow. I don't follow opinions. I don't follow subjective truth. Okay, truth is just truth is just like beauty, you know, but it's in the mind of the beholder.
Well, since they're talking about it in chat like crazy, somebody sent me an interesting soundbite today. I have no way of checking the validity because I won't actually go to this person's channel. But apparently it is perfectly okay to debate against the moderator of the debate.
What?
Just let that sink in.
Joa.
It is perfectly acceptable to debate against the moderator of a debate.
Where the fuck does that have any validity?
Who the fuck said that?
Take a guess.
There's so many people that actually it fits with.
Let me give you a hint.
Oh! I'm sorry, microphone and your broken hinge.
I was actually
saying more stupid shit.
No, not Jaren. Listen again.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, that wasn't a bitch slap. That was just a slap, man.
I see.
Yeah.
That was a hint on who said that.
Well, at first I thought it was a mic drop. So
it was a slap. It's perfect. According to him, it's perfectly acceptable to debate against the moderator of the debate.
So basically, even in a structured moderated debate, we're fucked as far as him actually participating legitimately.
Oh no. He says he will be the moderator, and you're allowed to debate him.
Fuck that.
Fuck
that makes
you.
No sense at all. The fuck, man. Let me address something that was just said here. From Warning Good People. No integrity. Well, I do all my own work and I do all my own stunts.
No, that's aimed at me.
Yeah.
No integrity, no truth, no morality, no decency. No decency. Well, if I could rock out with my cock out legally, I would. No truth. Dude, I post videos of everything that I tell you I actually observed. Okay, yep. So there you go. The raw footage is there. You don't have to take my word for it. Look at the fucking video. No integrity. When I say I'm going to do an observation, I do everything I can to actually do it. Like that one time I drove 5 fucking times to Cape Canaveral to film that falcon that kept getting scrubbed. God damn it. And as far as no morality,
well,
actually, I actually have some morality. Oh shit! I just put him in timeout. Never mind.
Actually, warning
good people. Can I get an amen?
Actually, warning good people. In this very hangout, I showed evidence of globe.
Yeah.
So there's your one person who shows evidence of a globe. Right off the bat. In this hangout, I showed it.
No, Bodie. PW never got back to me. I never heard from him.
Mm-hmm. At Red Track, why are you so scared of Nathan Oakley? Yeah, being scared of and choosing not to actually give him any of my attention is two totally different things.
Touche. Wait, Flat Earth Hangouts thinks that you're scared of him?
Even though I
Yeah.
like challenged to debate him like how many times already, and the dude has tucked his tail and fucked right off at the speed of sound.
And just to remind, Red's offered to debate him on any channel where he does not have control. Either one of them.
Yeah.
And that's what the purpose of a moderator is. One person who has control who's not a part of the debate.
It was even going to be a moderator who was a flat earther so that Nathan wouldn't be so scared. But guess what he was? Scared. He won't leave his fucking echo chamber.
Oh my god, this fucker's calling me again?
Oh, for fuck's sake. Just block him.
Delete. Decline. Fuck you. You know, this kind of borders on harassment.
It does. But then after Nathan showed himself to be a child abusing piece of shit, I then chose not to give that fuck any more of my attention. And guess what? I stand by that decision. Now, if you want to go ahead and twist that around to make it seem like I'm scared of him, then by all means, be my guest. It's your intellectual dishonesty that you're actually broadcasting to everybody.
Let me spit something here real quick. Bane, it was really cool to have you here. I just want to make sure that I said something, and I haven't forgotten about a comment that you made a while back. You and I can have different political views, but we can agree on the same facts. Cool? All right. Sorry. A little station break. Bodie, who's calling me? This guy called Warning Good People. He apparently has nothing better to do with his time than try and call me.
That's harassment. It's harassment. And you know what? I'm going to go ahead and make the jump. That's sexual harassment.
And just so nobody can ever know otherwise or say otherwise, I'm just going to go ahead and do this here. I'm just going to say that, look, I have no interest in unsolicited phone calls or hangouts. If you want me to see something, feel free to make a video with your own work or your own analysis. Oops, yeah. And by all means, dedicate it to me. There. Other than that, I have no interest. Oh, everybody saw me do that? Putz.
Mhm.
Flat Earth Hangouts. Let me be very clear on something, since this is my hangout. No evidence of child abuse was never really the discussion. Okay, other than it being a fucked up thing. Nobody from anywhere else could actually see what happened on there, but then of course, apparently according to the crew there, it was actually Riley's super microphone that can hear halfway across England.
Mhm.
Now, nobody ever discussed child abuse. Nobody ever said it really that it was child abuse that we were discussing. What the problem was is the light and how should I put this, fucked up ass way that he handled it afterwards by renaming a hangout, okay, to mock the disciplining of his child, making a fucked up ass video afterwards with a bandage around his child's head to in some way make some kind of dark humor of the deal. Nobody ever said anything about child abuse, other than the fact that there's a lot of people who don't agree with hitting a child. Okay, one across the knuckles. Hey, when you're not supposed to touch something, that's something. Okay, but the point is, you seem to be what's the word that they all like over there? Obfuscating, or whatever the fuck the word is. Okay,
Obfuscate.
thank you. You seem to be trying to twist what's actually being said about what a fucked up individual Nathan Oakley is. Okay. The fact that he would turn around and mock the discipline of his own child and put that into titles on a video and then turn around and tell everybody thanks for the fucking advert. Are you fucking serious? And you're sitting here defending that shit?
Well, think about this. Oakley's proclaimed that he's a believer in smacking the kid, but he has no children of his own.
What?
How the fuck can you have an opinion on how to discipline a child when you don't have one?
Isn't that Oakley's kid though?
I'm talking about Riley.
Oh, Riley.
Riley's come out and stated he supports smacking of children, basically punishment smacking. I'm not talking about cold cocking them across the face or something like that. I'm talking about in order to discipline the children. He has no children.
Yeah,
Riley, have an opinion.
Yeah, Riley, you don't have an opinion there. You don't own an opinion there. Okay, you don't even possess a fucking opinion there. Okay, and I hope somebody who's near you actually slaps you for fucking saying some bullshit like that.
One of these days, it would only be fitting.
Yeah.
And but I do want to say that I am actually one of these people that will call Nathan a child abuser, but not for the sole reason of hitting his kid. What I said in my video explaining why I will be giving Nathan none of my attention is that not only is he hitting his kid, which I'm sorry, Sean Huffer did a really good job breaking down the audio, because audio is kind of his bitch.
Don't do it, Sean. Don't do it.
I'm gonna say it because
no, because that right there is telling me that this is somebody who knows the discussions between you and Riley and is trying to provoke you.
Well, no, this is a really simple one. This deals entirely with Nathan.
Yeah, but he's whoever it is that's behind the Flat Earth Hangouts account there is just that comment is deliberately intended just to fuck with you.
But it's not going to fuck with me because it's just going to show that Riley doesn't know the law. Because the UK's law, it is not legal to strike a child under any circumstances if they're below the age of 16.
Yep, and also,
but Riley knows the law.
Yeah, but to also show why I think it's child abuse, again, in my opinion, is because physically hitting a kid is one thing. Mentally fucking with them with demonstrably false conspiratard flat earth bullshit.
Yeah,
that right there. That's where I go ahead and say that this is child abuse. Because what you are doing is that you are setting that kid up for failure. They're going to have to work extra hard now to become a functioning member of society and not some flat earth conspirator dipshit that thinks that everyone is going to be fucking lying to them.
Check this out. Warning Good People is trying to come out with an analogy. He's saying that can a doctor give you advice about cancer even though he hasn't had cancer? As a defense to Riley. Fuck you.
Good Lord.
You know what? I don't even have the vocabulary to bring to you how stupid of a fucking analogy that is. So look at this. See this here? Okay. Bye.
Good shit.
Actually, how do I get him?
Who?
This Warning Good People person.
What are you trying to do to him?
Oh, I'll just put him on timeout for right now. Stupid bitch.
He is a dumb motherfucker, ain't he?
I get what he's trying to say, but you have to understand that there's a difference between a clinical expert who has actually performed analysis on the human body to know what it is that the process that happens afterwards with cancer to parenting a child. You don't understand how utterly stupid that analogy was.
Mm-hmm.
Fucking
My God,
dumbass.
I'm sorry, but that audio should it's sickening.
Yeah. But nevertheless, let me go ahead and wind this up. What do you call it? I really appreciate everybody who stopped by.
Hi.
Hi, and thanks for taking a shit on the first half of my my video. I appreciate that, Red.
You called me.
And Sean, obviously, for coming by. And so basically, all in all, only one person has had the, pardon the pun, balls to show up to want to debate me who has actually performed their own work. Okay. And thanks for not banning me. I ain't gonna ban you, you're just a dumbass. But so right now, if Steve McRae's listening, please hit me up on the Hangout chat because I'm trying to set this up for the 2nd of August, and obviously I need to correspond that with any schedule that Bipolar Flat Earth Nathan would have. I have to say the whole name.
Just to point out, you're planning on setting this up Thursday 4 weeks ago. I'm sorry.
Oh, I'm sorry. Did I say August?
Yes.
my bad. September. I'm sorry. 2nd of September. Sunday, the 2nd of September, and it will probably be near this time, because I'm trying to make it at least. See, I'm trying to be sympathetic here because unless I'm mistaken, I think this guy Nathan lives out in the Pacific time zone, and so we're talking about a 9-hour time difference between he and I, and to make it at least to the latest tolerable time for me, that would probably be about 9 p.m. Central European time, and so we'll see what's up that, but if Steve could give me a holler and let me know what works for him, and Nathan, of course, if you can give me a holler and let me know what works for you. Wendell, if you're going to show up, then you're going to show up. It's going to be 2 against 1, and you know what? I'm not worried about that, because if you guys are only bringing one experiment, there's something you need to know about your own stuff. But I'll save that for whatever I decide to put up in the debate. Okay, so yeah, that's about all I got for this evening. A couple of dumbasses showed up, but that's just how that works.
Yep.
And what do you call it? And dear good people, dumbass, stop calling me. I'm not going to answer your calls. I'm sorry. I'm just not going to.
Although the door is still open on my Hangout, that's going to happen tomorrow. All you have to do is promise that you will address the evidence that we put forward, and that you will either confirm or deny on the Hangout that a equatorial telescope mount works on a flat Earth. Oh, by the way, if you say that it does work on a flat Earth, I expect you to fucking demonstrate it.
See, now that right there is why I demand people do experimentation, because right there, what Red just said, don't just come to me with the words, man. I'm not a fan of the words. These guys love tearing apart the people with the words. Okay. I want to see it happen. I want you to show me. I want you to show me what your stuff is, because I got all my stuff. All my stuff's all over my channel.
Demonstrate it, bitches.
Sorry, Wendell. I'm not going to give you a list of everything that I've covered in all of my videos. Sorry, not going to do it. Research is a bitch. That's just what it is, man. So, anyway, ladies and gents, thanks for stopping by, and y'all have a nice night.